Hey everyone, this is Noah Schultz from the innovation team. So today I'm going to be going through the haptic feedback vest VR training simulation demo. So here what we've tried to do is take two technologies, VR and haptic feedback vests, and combine them together to create an immersive training simulation of you going up a bucket truck, up this pole, and then seeing what happens if you remember and then if you forget your personal protective equipment, i.e. a hard hat and some gloves. This demo also indicates some other very cool technologies, including something called photogrammetry, which is taking videos and images and creating 3D models out of them. So here on the sides, you can see some examples of this photogrammetry technology at work, both in this transformer, which was taken as just a series of images outside of my house and then automatically converted to a transformer, some real-life power meters that I also scanned in from around my home, and then another transformer over that way. Later on in the demo, I'll also show you a few more examples of this technology, but right now we wanted to show what a marriage of several technologies would look like together in creating quick and efficient training for your VR simulations together. So here we have our procedure box. Now I have created a software inside of Unity, which is what this is built in, and inside of Unity you can customize this procedure as much as you want. You can position this box and the text inside of it, and there's another technology at play, but first I'll let you see what happens when we press the next button and start the simulation.
Welcome to the Innovation Team's Haptic Feedback Vest VR training simulation. Today we're going to be simulating what happens when you remember your PPE equipment and when you forget it before going up on a telephone pole. Press the next button in front of you to get started.
So, as you could hear, that was my voice. However, what I will say is that I did not actually say any of those words. What we used was an AI deepfaking technology found for free on Hugging Face and converted into a prototype that can take a user's voice, just a small snippet between 6 to 10 seconds, and be able to convert that into any message that you'd like. So as we go through this demo, all of the text that has been turned into speech is my voice, but it was all generated with AI. And so this is just another great way to quickly put voice acting in other technologies without needing to necessarily go and get a voice actor and get all of these long strings of text perfect and spend a lot of time and money trying to get that right. So we're going to continue on.
Well done. Now it's time to put on our PPE before taking a trip up the pole. Simply point at the gloves and pull the trigger on your controller to equip them.
All right, so that handsome devil over there demonstrating how to put on the hard hat, that is also me. So you can embed videos in these programs in Unity. And so imagine as you are teaching someone with the visual experience of an immersive VR environment, you can also show them the real-life application of that training alongside them doing it virtually, having a sort of tripling effect on the amount of learning together. So you have the audio, the visual, and then the actual interactive. So as I was talking about photogrammetry, so this is a hard hat that, again, this is the exact same hard hat that I had in real life. What I have done is I've scanned it with a regular Android camera, and it has turned into this fantastic 3D model that I can then use in a variety of different applications, including obviously these training simulations. These gloves were also scanned in, not by me, but they were a real object that was scanned in and that I found online. But here we're going to put on our protective equipment.
Now that you are properly
Now we
geared
have
up,
it.
it's time to ascend the pole and get working on repairs.
Yes.
Either use the grip to press
So now we're going to use our controls, and these controls are extra immersive because you can either press the grip on them, which is the little side button here, or you can physically press down with your hand. There we go. Or you can press down with your hand to get these to function, just like normal buttons would in real life. So you can use your controllers even in a physical manner. So we're going to go up the pole.
Well done. You successfully
So we climbed the pole without shocking ourselves because we're wearing this personal protective equipment. We'll skip ahead a little bit. This is a hot stick.
To your right, you'll see a little stick commonly referred
to as a hot stick.
or
So
a
I can
voltage
grab
tester.
this stick,
Grab this stick with
and this is
grip
a voltage
and put the
tester,
black
so we'll
tip
go
up
ahead
to
and
the wire
test the
welded.
voltage out
Now
there.
that you've gone up and tested the
Now we don't
voltage,
need the
head
stick
back
anymore,
down
so
to the
I'll
bucket,
just toss it
pressing
away.
the
That's just a
down
fun
button
little
in
thing.
front of you.
Now we're going to go all the way back down, and we're going to demonstrate what happens to you if you forget your personal
Now we're back
protective
at the start
equipment
of the
now.
simulation. Now that the PPE
So now we don't
is
have
done,
any,
let's climb back
it
up
has
the pole
taken
and
our
see what
personal
happens
protective
without our
equipment off.
trusty personal
So now we're going to
protector.
go back up, and you can't see it in this demo because this is purely from the POV of a VR experience, but I am wearing a haptic feedback vest. And what that is it's a vest that has a bunch of motors inside of it, and these motors can provide vibration along all these different axes in the front and back. And so what we can do is we can simulate a bunch of different physical experiences that are tied in with VR. And in this case, once I go up that pole and it's going to shock me, I will feel that shock radiating through my body. So you will be able to feel the impact of your failure or success. And again, this is all just reinforcing even more of that training and that knowledge. So we're going to go up.
Ouch.
Oof.
Like
And there we go. So we
Now
have been
know better in
shocked.
the future to always
And
keep
so my
safety
haptic
in
feedback
mind,
vest
and to
did a
always
big
make
rumble,
sure that we have proper
and I was able to
equipment on
customize
before
that rumble.
attempting any electrical work.
I'll let it
This concludes the haptic
finish off.
feedback vest VR demo. Please let us know what you think.
Absolutely. And so again, we're able to create these trainings very, very quickly, very effectively, and with many modes of communication, so that we can train a variety of different simulations. So this demo was created in about 2 weeks by one person, by me. And so you can imagine, with a little bit more time, a little bit more money, what kind of trainings we can provide to the company and to many other companies, in fact. And there are other parts of the business that are already using VR headsets for training. And so I would say that there is a lot of room for improvement. There's a lot of room for expansion in this area. But that concludes the demo for now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great day.